All right, y'all. Let's take about 3/4 of a cup of some Dixie Crystal sugar, and I'm doing this in a giant 106 ounce or a Costco size can of some whole kernel corn, and we're gonna add 1 cup of some heavy whipping cream. I might actually do a little 1.5 cups because I like my dish a little bit creamier. Now, y'all have asked for this recipe for ages, so we're gonna just give it right on to you. This is Meemaw Special Southern Cream Corn, y'all, and guess what? We making it right here in the can. So now, I've got some whipped original cream cheese, and I'm just gonna do 2 scoops. I don't know about y'all, but my Meemaw never measured, so that looks good enough for me. Maybe about 4 ounces. And a little dash of some salt just to counteract that sugar, y'all. Once you get all this right here in the can, y'all, let's get our little immersion blender, and we're gonna turn this baby on and cream this corn. All right, y'all. I think that looks good enough for me. Now, if you think you want it a little bit creamier, then you can go ahead and either add more milk, you can add more half and half, you could add a little bit more cream cheese, whatever it is you want to do. So now, y'all, we're gonna grab a little 10 by 14. I said little, but it's a big one. We're gonna grab 10 by 14 casserole dish, and I'm just gonna lay this all in there. Now, I like to leave a little bit of chunks of corn right in here. I know some people like to add cornbread into theirs, but we're not doing it. This is just true traditional Meemaw's creamed corn, and we're just heating this up, warming it up. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna kind of spread it on out because we are still missing one ingredient, y'all. We are needing the bread and butter of this recipe, and you know what that is? It's butter balls, y'all. Now, I just like to use butter balls because I don't want to chop it up, but we're gonna use, Meemaw used to use a lot more butter than I did, so you know what? She used a whole pound of butter, but we're only gonna do about 2 sticks. This is about 8 ounces. So we're just gonna kind of let it roll. I'm just gonna spread out this butter so that it gets all throughout, and then halfway through, we're gonna mix it on up. So this is ready now for the oven. Again, we are warming this up. This isn't gonna bake into a casserole. Our oven is set at 400, and we're gonna leave this baby in there for about 30 minutes. All right, y'all. Look at our creamed corn. Y'all, that sizzle is what I live for. So it's not a casserole. I know it might look like one, but we're gonna just get all of this mixed up. Now, what you can do, we never did this, but sometimes the kids like to add some cheese on here. But y'all, I like this just the way it is. Now, you can leave it in this dish, but we usually kind of just set it up in a nice old serving bowl. And that way everybody can get a beautiful scoop of Meemaw's famous creamed corn. All right. Now, I'm not going to spoil my supper, y'all, because it is family supper tonight. But I am going to get me just a little taste for Meemaw's sake, y'all. Look at perfect creamy, perfect whole kernel corn, perfect texture. Cheers, y'all.